Order management. It's not a it is not a easy module. Okay. And if you practice, it is easy. If you don't practice, it is tough. It is tough, definitely tough. So with that expectation set, I'm going to start the module. I'll see, how many of you are going to practice this module. First, I'll start with a sales order creation, and then sales order booking and shipping, invoicing and receiving the payment from the customer, posting to the ledger. First, I'll show you the cycle. And later, I will explain you the configuration related to the cycle. Because, that will make you easy to understand the order management model in a better way. Because while discussing the configurations important significance, I can relate with the cycle that I'm going to discuss in the starting now. So that setups you can understand easily. I'm getting into SCM_IMPL user. And this is a workbook. This is the workbook. And these are all the connected modules to the order management, connected modules. So here we take the orders from the customers. All the customer orders first it comes here in the order management, all the customer orders. And then later pricing. So basically, when your all your selling prices, we configure here all your selling prices. And global order promising for your sales order. What is a scheduled ship date? When we are able to ship the product to the customer, that date is decided by the GOP. The date, the planned ship date of that sales order, that is decided by the GOP. And then distributor order orchestration. According to the order that you are creating, the next step, it is derived by the distributor order orchestration. Suppose if you take an example of ship only order. In case of ship only order, we don't invoice the customer. In that case, there is no invoicing step. So what is the next step? Whether the next step is applicable for that order or not, it is decided by the distributor order orchestration. This distributor order orchestration, it is equivalent to the workflow in Oracle EBS. In Oracle EBS, we have workflows, right? What are the order management workflows in Oracle EBS? What are the order management workflows in Oracle EBS? Order management workflows. So how many EBS consultants are there, team? Order flow generic, line flow generic, order flow generic, line flow generic. Those are the workflows. Order flow generic is a header workflow. Line flow generic is a line workflow. So the distributor order orchestration, you can compare with the workflow in Oracle EBS. And then inventory model is also connected to the order management because, we take the order here, but the stock we ship from the inventory only. We ship the stock to the customer from the inventory only. That's why this is also connected module to the order management. And the procurement. Procurement is also connected model to the order management. Sometimes we take the order, we don't ship from our inventory. We ask our supplier to ship to the customer. So what our supplier is going to do, our supplier is going to ship the product to our customer. Because your supplier and customer are both are from the same state only, both are from the same city only. So instead of, you ask your supplier to deliver the stock to you, you can ask your supplier directly to ship the product to your customer. That's called as a drop ship. Okay. So we are taking the order, but we are not shipping from our inventory. We are converting that order into purchase order, and we are asking our supplier to ship the product to our customer. That's where procurement is also involved. So these are the different rules of the order management. So one by one, we'll add these rules to our user. And as I mentioned, first I will explain you the cycle, and later we will configure the setups. And the setups, I can relate with the cycle for your better understanding. And then I'll be covering different cycles in the order management. When I say different cycles, standard sales order where you ship and invoice the customer. It's normal sales order. And ship only sales order. Ship only sales order is nothing but we are just shipping the product to the customer, but we are not invoicing. Why we are not invoicing? Maybe we are sending our promotional product to the customer, promotional product, or maybe some trial version, demo product. Understood, team? Ship
Yes, sir.
only, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in which cases, suppose example, you have a free demo product of trial version of 15 days. So first we send the demo product to the customer, and you'll ask your customer to experience the product for 15 days. In that case, we don't invoice the customer. When you launched a new product as a promotional purpose, also we ship the product to the customer, but we don't invoice. Okay. And what is bill only? Bill only situation. Okay, bill only situation is our situation only basically. For me, it's a sales order, right? You are my customer. You are my customer. For me, it's a sales order. What type of sales order it is for me? Bill only sales order only. Because am I shipping anything to you? Am I shipping anything to you? Shipping is involved? No.
No, nothing is
The
physical.
service, right? Just bill only.
Yes.
I'm not shipping, especially in case of services, it's a bill only order. Okay. And the counter, I'll be covering all these cases, all these cycles in the coming classes by defining our configurations. Okay. First, I will define the configurations. On top of those configurations, we'll discuss these cycles. Okay. And these are, always you have to apply the application, functionality with the business, outside business. This application has built based on the business, outside business, how it is happening. Okay. So business is going to drive the application. Application is not going to drive the business. So a lot of consultants, they're always in a mindset that, always, application should be, tuned to the business. No, I mean to say, based on the business, business has to drive the application. Application is not going to drive the business. Okay. So the business, the business knowledge or outside how the business operates, that you need to, think how it can be handled in the application. Okay. As a consultant, your mindset should be like that. So that's why those who has did supply chain courses, not only training, you have you have academic courses, supply chain courses are there. The people who does that course, they know the supply chain business really well, and they can able to understand the client business very well, and they also has the application knowledge, so they can able to give a justification to that consultant role. We are all consultants. Okay. So, but how much justification that we are giving to our consultant role is important. Understanding the business is important. When I say counter sales, okay, so what is meant by that? The name counter sales. What is meant by that? Can you elaborate, anyone? Can you think and elaborate? Counter sales. Think in a business way and then tell me.
Sale in a shop or something where there's a counter and we're selling it over the counter.
Correct?
There is no order placed as such. They come to the counter and collect the item.
Correct. Yeah. What is the difference between normal sales and then counter sales? Normal sales order and counter sales order. What is the difference between this one and this one?
There will be a purchase order received on the first case. In the other case, there will not be any LPO received.
Hmm?
The business will not receive any LPO
When
for
your
the shipping.
when your customer is coming, please think in a business way, madam. Okay. Everyone, please think in a business way. Your customer is coming to the counter, right? Here, your customer is coming to the counter.
No,
No, correct. So you are shipping the product to the customer here, but here, are you shipping the product to the customer?
no, immediate delivery.
So customer is taking the product, counter sales. Your customer is directly coming to your counter, directly coming to the counter, no shipping here. But your inventory has to deduct, right? Your inventory has to reduce or not?
Yes, it has to reduce.
Yeah, here you are shipping, ultimately it will reduce, okay? But here you are not shipping, but your inventory has to reduce. That is what counter sales. In case of counter sales, we don't ship the product, but ultimately we invoice the customer. Yeah, it's different. Bill only is different, and then counter sales is different. In case of bill only, there is no discussion related to your stock because it's a service order. But here, your customer is coming to the counter and your customer is taking the product. So your inventory has to reduce. That's
Like
basically
we
counter
can
sales.
take example like Reliance Smart Digital.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you can take an example of if you can take
Reliance
example
Digital
like
Market.
Domino's or Pizza Hut, dine in. This
Okay.
is home delivery. This is home delivery. This is dine in. Okay.
Okay.
Counter sales.
Yeah, like if you buy something like fridge AC in the Reliance Digital, that will be if you go to the counter,
Correct.
you
Yes.
can.
Correct.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Correct. If you go to Bajaj, Reliance Digitals, you are directly, buying it. Okay. You are carrying the product. Okay, team. Next is the returns. There is a sale, there is a return, right? Some companies are there, they don't accept returns also. But some companies are there, they accept the returns. When they accept the returns, these three situations come into the place. These three situations. Okay. What is this? Here we are accepting the product, damaged product from the customer, and we are returning the money also. We return the money by creating a credit memo. So how we, in case of normal sales order, how we receive the payment from the customer? You are going to create invoice in your application, in your ERP system. Against that invoice, you'll receive the payment from the customer. So to receive the payment from the customer in case of sales, you are creating an invoice and you are receiving the payment against invoice. So here, to return the payment to the customer, you have to create a credit memo. You have to create a credit memo. Credit means what goes out. Credit means as per the accounting standards, credit means what goes out. Here your money is going out. You are returning the money to the customer. So credit memo, we create a credit memo. Again is the credit memo. Again is the credit memo. We are going to return payment to the customer. So here we are accepting the damaged product from the customer and we are also returning the money. But what about this? Return only. Only we are accepting the damaged product, but we are not returning the money. Why we are not returning the money? There are multiple cases are there on top of this. The reason for not returning the money, we are repairing the product and we are sending the same product to the customer. We are repairing the product and we are sending the same product back to the customer. Or maybe we are going to send a brand new product to the customer. We are going to send a brand new product to the customer. We don't bill the customer again. Okay. And another case is, this case is only we are returning the money. Only we are returning the money because your customer reported the damage. Our executive physically, visited the customer location. Our executive also confirmed the product is damaged. That's why, unnecessary us to receive the product from the customer, unnecessary transportation charges. So we asked customer to directly scrap the product and we simply return the money to the customer. We simply return the money to the customer, credit only. In case of returns, these three possibilities are there, where we are receiving the damaged product from the customer and we are returning the money. Here we are only receiving the damaged product from the customer and we are replacing or repairing the product to the customer. And here we are only receiving the, here we are only returning the money to the customer. This is also one more case. Clear with the returns?
Yes, sir.
Next, dropship, sir. All e-commerce sites are doing dropship only, sir. All e-commerce sites. All e-commerce sites are doing dropship only. Yes or no?
Yes.
Because so Amazon or Flipkart, what they are doing, they take the order from you. They take the order from you, but are they shipping? Are they shipping the product to you?
No, not Amazon.
Their suppliers are shipping the product to you. Okay, they're just a middleman.
Yes, sir.
That's called dropship. I'm taking the order, but I'm not shipping. I process that order to my supplier. My supplier is going to ship the product to you. That's why that cycle is called as dropship cycle. Okay. And the back-to-back cycle. Back-to-back cycle. In case of back-to-back situation, we're gonna take the order from the customer and we convert to our supplier as a purchase order, but we receive the product from our supplier. From our inventory, we ship the product to the customer. From our inventory, we ship the product to the customer. We are taking the order and we are converting that sales order into purchase order to our supplier. And from our supplier, I'm receiving the stock and the received product from my inventory, I'm sending to the customer. That's called back-to-back. Clear? Next is the transfer order. This is internal sales. Internal sales. Internal transfer. This is transfer order is nothing but. Okay. Any questions before I start this cycle?
This back-to-back order, can you please give me any example for work order?
We don't maintain the stock basically. Okay, in case of normal sales order, you maintain the stock and the stock you deliver to the customer. But in case of back-to-back, we don't maintain the stock because the reason is the products are gonna expire very quickly. So that's why we don't maintain the stock. Whenever we got an order, then only we react. Then only we react and we procure that stock from our supplier and immediately that stock we ship to the customer. Okay, that is one case. And one more case is if those items are really big, in occupying your warehouse space also. In that case also we don't maintain our inventory. Okay, whenever we got an order, we react and then we procure that product and we ship to the customer. Okay, and also in case of costly items also, maintaining an inventory, it will cost you a lot of money. That's why we don't maintain inventory. Whenever we got an order from the customer, then only we purchase that product and we ship to the customer. Okay, these are all the cases.
Yeah, okay, thank you. And work order also, like it is like if someone is placing the order. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
If someone is placing the big order, like suppose here there are millions of cost will be there. Some of the products like big machineries. So for that, once we place the order, then only they will prepare the product and they will send. In that case, they use the work order.
Yeah, that
Yes.
is ATO, assemble to order. That
Okay.
comes under MTO cycles, make to order cycles. Okay, so because it has a relation with the manufacturing, I'm not talking about that because manufacturing is not in the scope.
Okay. Thank you.
That comes under MTO, make to order.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, shall I start with the cycle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll be covering the standard sales order now, the cycle. And these are the steps for the cycle. These are the steps. Okay, I'll be creating the order and then later I'll submit the order. And after that, this is picking and shipping, the stock picking and stock shipping to the customer. And finally, we generate invoice and we receive the payment from the customer and we reconcile that payment with the bank. We're going to reconcile under cash management module. We are going to reconcile whatever the payment that we received from the customer. From the customer, it is going to be reconciled with the bank transaction and finally, posting to the ledger. This cycle I'll show you on top of the demo setups. Nothing but on top of the Vision company. Order management and I'm clicking on again order management. Click on create order. Select the business unit. This is the order creation page and select the customer. Later we'll see, how we can create our customer. Later we'll see. Okay. The moment I enter the customer, automatically bill to and ship to locations are defaulted. Both got defaulted automatically. And I'm creating this order under which business unit? US business unit. Okay, so you can book order under India or UK or Australia. Okay, so from which location you received the order, you can book the order under that particular business unit. And for us, it's a sales order. For our customer, it's a purchase order. What is a customer purchase order number? Enter that. And order date, I'm selecting today's date. Okay, and the currency. Since I selected the business unit as US, the currency is defaulting to US dollar. If you want to book this sales order in a different currency, you can change the currency also here. You can change the currency here. Okay, currently I'm booking the order in the US dollar only. This is a functional currency for our business unit. And if you want, you can add the salesperson also. We receive the order from our salespersons. We maintain our sales team, right? We maintain our sales team, and if you want, you can enter the salesperson name also here. Okay. Later, I'll show you how to create salesperson and how to create a customer and how to create a customer contact. This is a contact person from the customer side, and how to create a bill to and ship to locations also. Later, we'll see. And product. What is the product that is ordered by the customer? I'm adding. And some CS series 2000 laptop, this one. This is the item number and this is item description. How much quantity that is requested by the customer? 2 laptops requested by the customer. And what is the laptop? Each laptop cost is $450. Each laptop cost is $450. 450. Now here, no data was retrieved. Ideally, it's going to display here in stock and out of stock. It will display whether this two quantities available or not. It will display here. It will display here, but currently, that data is not displaying. Whether the stock is available or not, that data is not displaying here. Click on add. So for this line, how many lines I added? One line only. For this line, what is the requested, delivery date by the customer? Okay, customer requested to deliver the product by 25th of this month. 25th of this month. There is a difference between ship on and arrive on. Ship on and arrive on. Okay, arrive on is nothing but customer is expecting the product to be received. Customer is expecting the product to be arrived to his location by 28th. You are shipping today or tomorrow. Customer, it does not matter to the customer. What is customer expectation? Customer expectation is he should arrive the product. He should receive the product into his home by January 28th. And what is the ship method? What is the ship method? Okay, so based on this customer delivery date, we select this ship method here. Okay, if you want the delivery should be fast, you select air. And also based on the customer ship to location also. So what is the customer ship to location? Okay, accordingly, we select the ship method. Okay, if the customer ship to location is very near, then you can select a normal ship to location. If the customer ship to location is another state, maybe you can rely on the air services here. Okay, that's why I'm selecting DHL, next day air. So if I select this ship method, so that I'm confidently delivering the product to the customer location by January 28th. Next is shipping. What is the latest taxable date? Earliest taxable date. Okay, latest taxable date. Customer is by when we have to deliver the product to the customer. 28th, right? Customer is okay if you are delaying 2 days, just 2 days. That means till 30th, customer is okay. Customer is okay if you are delivering the product by 30th. 2 days delay is accepted. Freight terms, who will pay the freight? We're going to collect the freight. Shipment priority. The priority of this order is high. The shipment priority of this order is high. And shipping instructions. Packing instructions. Packing instructions. Next, sorry, we still has to fill one tab here. Supply. So this product you want to deliver from which warehouse? From which warehouse you deliver? Where you are maintaining the stock for this product, for this laptop? I am maintaining the stock for this laptop under Seattle. I'm just selecting the Seattle. I would like to ship this product from the Seattle org. Next here, payment terms. What about the payment terms? I'm selecting net 30. I'm expecting the customer to, as per the discussion with my customer, I have given 30 days time for my customer to make the payment. Okay. Next, I'm saving it. Now we have added all these details for line number 1, right? So if you add one more line, I'm adding one more item. It is showing in stock. It is showing a LCD monitor. See here, I'm expecting this kind of recommendation actually. And that sort of, It's not displayed for this item. For this item, it is clearly showing it is in stock. How much quantity, customer requested? 5 quantity. I'm clicking on add. I added one more line, one more item, right? Okay, so already the ship method and freight terms and warehouse, everything we added for the first line, right? The same get taken for the line number 2 also. For the line number 2 also, automatically it will take the same warehouse and same freight terms and everything same. If you want for line number 2, if you want to, change, then you have to click on, you have to scroll down. You have to click on that, scroll down, and line 2, here line 2, here from the drop down, click on override line. Click on override line. And here you can change. For line 2 also what happened, the same ship method got defaulted, same requested delivery date got defaulted, right? And same freight terms got defaulted, same everything got defaulted same, okay? But if you want, you can change. It's a low priority, you can change that, and you don't have any shipping instructions or packing instructions, you can remove it. And if you want, you can select a different warehouse. This item you want to deliver from a different warehouse, you can select that. And coming to the general also, I want the product to be shipped from my location, from my organization. I'll be shipping this product by day after tomorrow, 24th. Understood? Order entry understood? This is order entry. How to enter orders understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now I'm saving. And the breakup you can see here. The total breakup you can see here. What is the total price? Total price is $1,400. Is there any discount that we have given? No. And net price is also $1,400. And any shipping charges we are calculating? No. No shipping charges. The total tax value for this order is $129. And then total amount need to be paid by the customer is this one, including the tax. $1,529, including the tax. Okay. And if you want, you can give the discounts directly. We can also provide the discounts here. This is called as a manual discounts. Suppose here you want to apply some discount. Yes, you can apply. Click on this aid icon. Right now, $100, right? Now I would like to give 5% discount. 5% discount. The current list price is $100. And these reasons we can add. Suppose you want to add independent sales or New Year sales, Black Friday sales, these reasons we can add. And these reasons are going to display on the invoice. Later we create invoice, right? On the invoice, whatever the discount reason that you selected, it is printed on that invoice. That's why make sure you're selecting the proper reason here. Okay. So net price is now how much? 95. Save. And submit this order. Now order entry is completed. Now order booking. I'm booking the order, nothing but I'm submitting the order. Now coming to the header statuses, okay. So before processing status, what was the status that we have seen? Draft, right? Header statuses. These are the header statuses. Sales order header statuses. Draft. Before the submission, the status is going to be draft. After submitting the sales order, we can actually enable approvals. Sales order approvals is a new functionality in Fusion. It's not there in EBS. Not sure about the latest version in EBS. Okay, maybe if it is available in the latest version of EBS, pardon me, but as per my knowledge, not available. And it's available in Fusion sales order approvals. And if approvals are enabled, it goes to the approval, pending for approval status. And then once we got the approval, the status change it to approved, and then status change it to processing. And finally, when all the lines are closed, then sales order header is also closed upon running this program. So if you want the sales order header status to be closed, the first prerequisite is all the lines should be closed. And then second prerequisite is you have to run this program. If you run this program, then sales order header status change it to closed. Otherwise, it will be on the processing status only. Okay. Yeah. Now this line, the header is in processing, but coming to the first line, some issue is there with the first line, but the second line is in awaiting shipping. The second line is ready for shipping. Okay. What is the issue with the first line? Let me just see. It is throwing two errors. For one issue, it will throw two errors. Okay. So don't look or don't refer to the first error because it is very generic. We cannot able to understand. Just look at the second one. The second one, at least it will give you the proper meaning. It will give you the proper meaning. First error, are you able to understand anything from this? First error, anything you are able to understand?
No.
For any error, you'll see two error messages. Okay, so this is very generic. Okay, you cannot understand this one. So always refer to the second one. The second one, it gives you a proper meaningful message. What is the problem here?
Not associated with the org.
Hmm?
So the item,
Item
is
not assigned to org.
incorrect.
That's right. That's correct. Item is not associated with the org.
That no.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay, so we ignore the first line. Okay, let it be the first line. Otherwise you can revise it. Otherwise, what I can do is I can revise this order. I'm clicking on create revision. I'm clicking on create revision. I'm revising the order, and maybe I'm thinking the first line, the first item may be assigned to Atlanta org. I don't know. I'm just changing the org. I'm changing the org to Atlanta. I'm changing the org to Atlanta. Okay. Save it. And I'm submitting the order now. We'll see. It's not assigned to Seattle. Maybe it has assigned to Atlanta, 00 to org. We'll see. So now order number 98463. Revision number what? 2. Revision number 2. After creating the order as an acknowledgement, we can send this order to the customer also from here. If you click on create document and click on send an email, click on send an email.
What is the current status of this order? We can check.
No.
'So So I can click on the, yeah, I'll answer you. Please wait. Okay, I can click on the send button. Okay, then automatically application is sending an email to this particular email address. So this email address got defaulted from the customer contact. From the customer contact. Okay, at the time of creating the customer contact, we add the email ID, right? So for the supplier contact, do you remember for the supplier we created contact, right? At the time of creating the supplier contact, we added email address or not? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, similarly for the customer contact also we can add email address. That email address got defaulted here. If you want, you can separate by comma and then you can add multiple email addresses also. And I'm directly overriding it. Let me see whether I'll receive an email or not. Okay, and click on the send button simply. I just clicked on the send button. Now application is sending an email to the customer. Okay, or else what you can do is you can click on the download. You can click on the download that the sales order, whatever the sales order we created. You can click on view and then download into PDF. We can download this into PDF. You can download and this one you can after downloading you can send it to the customer from your email ID manually, from your Outlook or from your Gmail manually. You can send it to the customer manually. Okay, and we can perform customizations. Definitely, this layout is not suitable. This layout is definitely not suitable, and it has a lot of issues also. That's why we end up in completely creating a new layout for the client. So here one more blunder that is, so total amount need to be paid by the customer is how much after the discount and including tax and everything, how much? $1,500, right? Approximately. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the payment term?
Net 30. Net 30.
But what is here? What is this wording?
Pay now.
Pay now.
It's confusing, right?
Yes.
It's confusing for the customers. Okay, customers, if they don't scroll little, this is confusing. Pay now. Immediately your customer is going to call to your company and they will say, I have requested for 30 days time, but as per your confirmation document, it is showing pay now. Okay. And these are also, contradictory. Your price means for other customers is a different price. Your price, my price, friend price. Okay. This is also not looking good. Just if you can mention price, that is fine. Price, that is fine, right? Your price, my price. Okay. So this is Oracle layout. It definitely not good. So we have to put our customer logo also. Okay, client logo, and then you can also add the return policy in case of returns or all those instructions or company policy related to that you can add in this document. Okay, this we are going to customize definitely in the real time by working with our technical consultant. First of all, we need to take the layout. The current layout, what client is using, that layout we need to take, and that layout, you can give it to technical guy. That technical guy is gonna build the RTF template for that. RTF template. I just wanted to see in case if I received the email or not. I did not receive the email. Yeah, I received it. Yeah, good. You see, this is an email from Oracle side. So subject is what? Order number, and then this is email body, and the sales order is attached as a PDF document. Okay, so here, this also we can customize it. The sales order email subject and sales order email body, we can customize it. Email body. Here actually you should enter your company name and company signature and contact person number also. In case of any discrepancy in the order, please contact our helpline number or our customer support number. You have to add those details, right? So this is this can be done. This can be customized. Do you want me to show that place?
Yes.
I'm going to the BI page. I'm going to the BI page. I requested to submit reviews. Most of you has not submitted. Kindly submit, team. Please
So
give
I
your.
submitted the review on Trustpilot, but I don't know. I received an email that it has been removed. So I tried today.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
They did not given any, remarks why they rejected.
So they are saying that they couldn't verify it. I guess before posting, they put it on hold and they verify, and after that, they say, I'll do it again. I'll check what exactly is the reason why they have.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't.
they're sending a 4-digit number. We need to enter.
Oh, okay. I'll check because while posting, they said it submitted successfully, but I didn't receive any code. I'll check my email in case if they sent a code, and I'll do it again.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah. In Google reviews also, I received only few. I received around 12 only. Almost combining 63 and 64, 35 people are there. And regularly 30. Today also I see 24. 25 members are attending the session, but I received only 12 reviews. Yeah, I need not to explain all these things, right? I can directly, do I need to explain about this email body customization or subject, all this not required, right? I'm just explaining like a pure real-time training, real-time project. So just a gratitude of 5 minutes of your time is required. Now, right now my reviews are 850 something is there. I want to cross the 2000. And there 150 reviews I want to cross that. So I'm requesting. Okay, now I'll go to, I'm not asking you to put 5-star. If you think 1-star, put it out there, no problem. I'm not insisting you to give 5-star rating or 4-star rating. 1 to 5, it's up to you. I'm navigating to supply chain management and under that order management, under that sales orders. So this is what, okay, the email we can customize from here. Sales order email. This will be done by your technical guy, okay? But you should know what capabilities are there in the application to give it to your clients. When you know about this email subject, yeah, this is the subject, okay? This is the body, correct? Correct, right? What is this? This is dynamic. Sales order number is dynamic. That's why this is dynamic tag. Understood, team?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this we have to customize, okay? So ask your client and how the email subject should be, how the email body should be. Check with the client and then collect the information and give it to your technical guy, and he's gonna update that email subject and body here. This is RTF template. It ends with which format, .rtf. This is RTF template. So if I go back to previous screen, just click on the catalog. And this is for the sales order PDF. Do not customize the existing PDF. Okay, definitely we end up in creating the, better to build a new layout. Okay, so customizing the existing layout, it will not give you that much flexibility to do more changes. So that's why better to completely build a new layout. So suppose if small changes are there, minor changes are there, you can work on the customization of the existing template. But if major changes are there, then better to create a new template. This is what it is. Okay, good. This is not our work. But what is our work? What is our work? Our work is to coordinate between the technical consultant and client. So you have to ask the client, what is your current sales order format? You have to ask the client and then get that sales order format from the client. Is this format is like this? What is their current format? according to that current format, we can build that sales order in the format in the application. Okay. You have to ask them to give this kind of an image. Okay. Good team.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
Krishna.
sir.
So far we discussed about sales order entry and sales order booking and sales order acknowledgement also. We talked about sales order acknowledgement also. Okay. Any questions so far?
Krishna, so line number 1, you have updated the warehouse, right, at
Mhm.
this stage. I can see
Yes,
delete button here. Can we delete this line?
Yes. This is also not added to Atlanta org also. Yeah, we can delete this. If you don't want, we can delete this. Yeah, click on the drop down and but delete option is not currently displayed because it is in the processing. If you click on the revise, if you click on revise the order and you are able to delete that. I revised the order, right? Now I can see the delete option. Okay, cancel option is there, no delete. Okay,
Mm.
I can cancel it. Since you already ordered the line and then submitted, that's why delete is not there. I am canceling the line. Okay. And submit the order. This is revision number 3. The next steps are, you may be receiving a lot of sales orders from your customers. Which sales order you want to release first? Which sales order you want to release first? Okay, so that is the next step. Next step is sales order release. Here I have mentioned the steps here. Order entry, order booking. After you submit the order, system will do couple of checks. One check is whether approval is enabled. If approval is enabled, it goes to the approval. That is one thing. And one more check is credit verification. Suppose for customer to customer, you can configure, you can set up a credit limit. The banking industry, credit card industry is the best example. Credit card to credit card, customer to customer, they have a different credit limits, right? So when you're transacting or when you are using it, so always when you're swiping your card, always it get validated whether you have the limit or not. So similarly, the moment you submit the order, application is going to validate whether that customer is having the credit availability or not. If there is no credit availability, then it goes to the credit hold. Okay. And system will also call the respective orchestration. When I say respective orchestration, depends upon the type of order that you are creating. If you are creating a bill only order, it will call bill orchestration, bill only orchestration. It will call bill only orchestration. If you are creating a counter sales order, it will call counter sales order orchestration. Are you creating dropship cycle? It will call dropship orchestration. So what type of order you are creating, accordingly, application is going to call the orchestration. So after submitting the sales order, these 3 things are going to happen: approvals, credit check verification, and identifying the orchestration. Okay. Not only that, in fact, one more step also get validated that I'll cover in the coming classes. So next step is releasing the sales order release. As I mentioned, you may be having a lot of sales orders, but which sales order you want to release first? It's up to your business requirement, up to your business process. Okay. Suppose your product is very demanding product. Suppose if your product is very demanding product, then in that case, what you do in case of commercial environment, environment, for which customer you quoted more, that order you satisfy first. Because if you satisfy that order first, if you release that order first, then you'll get more margin. It depends upon business to business, which sales order you want to release from the application for the picking and shipping purposes. Okay. And I'm gonna release the sales order now. Now it all comes under inventory now. Okay, so we have to do it everything from the inventory. Can someone note down this order number? Now I go to inventory. So coming to these orders, I have manually entered this order, right? These orders can be uploaded through FBDA template also. And also these orders can be created to the integration also. Integration. Suppose let us take an example of my company. Suppose let us take my company is also using Oracle Fusion application. Then what my customers are going to do? My customers are going to place the products from here, correct? They place the order from here, buy now. You have a buy now option, right? You have a buy now option. They place the orders from here. Okay. So that means order creation is happening under customer is directly booking the order in my website. Automatically, I want that order to be created in Oracle automatically. So we have to build an integration between this company website to the Fusion application. Okay. That integration is going to be built by whom? Technical consultants. Okay. Suppose if I'm getting 10 orders, I can manually enter here in the Oracle application. But in a day, I'm getting 500 orders or 1,000 orders or 50,000 orders. There should be an automation. There should be an automation. That automation is nothing but we need to build an integration between the company website to the Fusion application. Okay. Do you give this access to the customers to create the orders here? Do we give Oracle applications access to the customer to create orders? No. All right.
No, sir.
No. Yeah. Okay, clear. So you can create orders not only manually, you can upload using the FBDA template, or you can connect or automate. You can perform the integration so that automatically order get created here. Next, sales order release. I'm navigating to supply chain execution, and I'm clicking on inventory management. And so you know about inventory, right? Now I'm shifting to picks. You know about inventory part, you know about receiving part. Okay, we are well versed with the first one and last one. And you know about counts also, cycle counting, physical counting. Now we are going to explore the picking and then shipping part. Okay, now I'm clicking on the picking and I'm clicking on pick wave. This is a redwood pasting. This is a redwood page. It is taking us to the redwood. So sales order release, we are able to perform from the redwood. Yeah. So we have to configure the release rule also when we are executing our own cycle on top of our setups. So this is also one of the setup, creating a release rule. Now I'll be taking the existing release rule. Here I'm selecting auto ship. Here I'm selecting auto ship. And what is the ordination? Seattle ordination. What is the order number? Can someone tell me the order number?
98463.
I'm entering the order number. I would like to release this order. Okay. In case if you wanted to release orders in bulk, don't enter the particular order number. Okay. You can enter your criteria. I would like to release all the sales orders. Which are requested from the requested date, which are requested from January 1st to January 22nd. I want to release all those orders. This is called bulk release. As of now, we don't have a stock. Now we got the stock and I'm trying to release all the sales orders which I got from my customers. Okay, or maybe based on the ship dates also. Okay, I want to release the orders that has the ship date from 10th to 20th. Yeah, that's correct. We delayed because customers asked us to ship the product between 10th of January to 20th of January. All these orders we delayed. We did not ship. So I would like to release all those orders for the shipping purpose. Okay. So this is called bulk release criteria. I'm not going with the bulk release criteria. I'm going with single sales or release. Am I right? Order number?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if I scroll to the bottom, there are two checkboxes are there. Auto confirm picks and create shipments. Basically, the next steps are totally I'm talking about 3 steps here, these 3. Sales or release and picking and shipping. You know about picking, right? You know about picking, right? Picking is nothing but what, you go to a warehouse where the product is stored and you're going to pick that item into your hands and you'll be transferring that product to the transportation area. Because the product need to be ready to available for shipping, right? So you may be having different warehouses. You have to go to the respective warehouse, you have to pick that item and you have to transfer to the staging area. Staging area is nothing but transportation area. Okay. So here, after picking is completed, once the product is available at the staging area, we ship the product from the staging area, shipping. So these three steps, okay. Now we are doing this step manually. I'm releasing the order manually, right? What about picking and shipping? Picking and shipping, you want to do automatically? Want to automate that picking and shipping? If these two checkboxes are enabled, then picking and shipping is going to happen automatically without your involvement. Without your involvement, picking and shipping is going to automatically happen because what type of rule we selected? What type of rule we selected? We selected auto ship rule. When I say auto ship, automatically these two checkboxes are enabled. Totally three steps are there. I have written here. 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. In case of 1 step, only release is manual. Only release is manual. Picking and shipping is automatic. That's what it's called as 1 step. Only 1 step is manual, right? Release is manual. And remaining 2 steps are picking and shipping is automatic. In case of 3-step process, 3 release manual and picking manual, shipping also manual. And in case of this one, release is anyway manual. Either picking or shipping you can automate. That's called 2-step process. Okay. Currently what we selected here, release rule, we selected auto ship. If you want, you can select the manual also. If you want, you can select the manual also, but I selected auto ship. That's why by default, these two checkboxes are enabled. These two checkboxes are equivalent to auto create deliveries and auto allocate checkboxes in Oracle EBS. In Oracle EBS, we have auto allocate and auto create delivery checkboxes. It is equivalent to that. And if you wanted to do shipping manually, disable this checkbox. If you want to do picking manually, disable this checkbox. Even though you selected release rule as auto ship, not a problem. You can still disable these checkboxes to perform manual picking and manual shipping. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Always the product has to be transferred to which sub-inventory? Staging sub-inventory. We have to create a sub-inventory called staging. The purpose of the staging sub-inventory is to whatever the material is available in the staging sub-inventory is ready for shipping. If you know the source sub-inventory, you can directly enter the source sub-inventory. From which sub-inventory you want the product to be picked, you can directly enter. If you don't know, just make it blank. Just make it blank. So system will identify the product is available under which sub-inventory and it will automatically, transfer that to the staging sub-inventory. So I'm gonna release now. Any questions before I release? Good, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me release. So a quick favor number. Okay, so how many number of pixel reports got generated? 1 pixel report got generated. You know what is meant by pixel report, right? Do you need to explain about what is again pixel report?
Krishna, I think,
When I explained about Pixlip report, my dear students, when I explained about Pixlip report,
I think you have explained this one, right? When we discussed on inventory side, when we discussed about the movement request.
Move order.
correct. That's
Move
right.
order.
That's correct. That time I discussed about Pixlip report. Okay. So how many Pixlip reports got generated automatically? One. In that, how many items are there to be picked? Only one. Okay. Now, there is a program that automatically ran. Okay. So tools and scheduled process. And this is a program. Print a Pixlip report. Print a Pixlip report. Okay. Okay. So this is the report, and here you can see it automatically identified the source sub inventory. Always the destination sub inventory is staging sub inventory. So it created a movement request. This is what type of movement request? Pick wave movement request. The one which we created manually, that's called as a requisition movement request. That's called requisition movement request, but this is a pick wave movement request. This is the order number, and line number is 2. Line number, sales order line number is 2, and requested unit of measure is each, and requested quantity is 5. Okay. So this Pixlip report, we give it to the picker. We give it to the picker. Now what picker is going to do? Picker is going to physically move this item physically. Is going to move this item from this particular area to this particular area. Okay. So once we receive a confirmation from him, we have to pick confirm in the application also. Okay, I'm done with this page, right? So let me go back to the home screen. Now next step is pick confirmation. Supply chain execution. Supply chain execution and inventory management. Confirm pick slips. Confirm pick slips. Okay, I'll search with the clear the due date. Clear the due date and what is order number? 467. What is that? I don't remember.
98463.
Correct. So this is a pick slip number. And how much quantity physically is picked? Total 5 quantity is picked, or maybe for some reason only 2 quantity is picked. I'm entering 2. I got a confirmation from a picker that only 2 quantity got picked. And if you want, you can enter the, suppose if it is a lot number or serial number, you can enter what lot numbers or what serial numbers has been picked. You can record here. Okay, since it is not a lot number or a serial number, I'm not recording. And click on confirm and go to ship confirm. So we are confirming the picking, and then we are immediately, going to the ship confirmation page. I'm doing the partial picking. So here we have to generate a shipment number. If you ask me what is meant by shipment number, If you ask me what is my shipment number, I would say it's a kind of a tracking number. Okay. So I'm clicking on, you can add this shipment, you can add to the existing shipment number. You can add to the existing shipment number, or you can create a new shipment number. You can add a new shipment number also. Okay. Click on OK. And click on the shipment number. So shipment number got generated 88195. Click on the shipment number. This is shipment number generation screen, and I generated the shipment number, and right now I'm in this shipment 88195. What is the ship method? Okay, let it be the same ship method. This is defaulted from. This is defaulted from
Sales order line.
Sales order line.
Yeah. And if you want, you can enter variable number, and then what is the weight of this shipment, you can enter. Okay. And how much quantity is being picked? Only 2. Okay. So I'm also shipping the 2 quantity. 2 quantity I'm shipping. Okay. If you want, you can enter additional details also. If you click on show details, you can enter something called, tear weight or net weight, seal number, and transportation reason. Transportation reasons, you can enter these details if you want, but I'm hiding it. I'm hiding those details. And click on ship confirm. The shipment was confirmed. The shipment was confirmed, and a couple of programs are going to be automatically ran. I'll show you, because those programs are important. Those programs are important. Last 5 minutes. So you see here, what is the program that has automatically called bill of lading, pack slip report. What is meant by bill of lading? What's meant by bill of lading? Okay, you can read this. Understood?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So basically what we are carrying, what we are transporting to our customer to the destination, and then who is the shipper and other information. It's basically a legal document. It's basically a legal document. Okay, it's a legal document issued by the carrier to the shipper. Okay. So this document, we have to download and we have to give it to what? Carrier, to the truck driver. Suppose if you're shipping, that's fine. But if you're not shipping, you're asking help of FedEx or DHL, you have to give this document to them, right? Because they are carrying the goods for you.
Yes.
So this document, you can download it from here. And definitely, we change the layout of this document definitely in real time, according to the client requirement. This is the template. This template contains shipper, nothing but our company details. Concern is nothing but customer details, and our waybill number, and what is the item that we are carrying, what is the weight of that shipment. Okay. Actually, company seal also should be there on this bill of lading, company seal, since it is a legal document. And we have one more report called pack slip report. Okay, this is useful to the customer in case if you have done the packing. We have not done any packing, but in case if you have done the packing, you have packed in 10 boxes and each box is containing 2 items or 3 items. If you've done the packing like that, and that packing information, you can print it on this pick slip report. This is also a document. But packing we don't do under inventory. Packing is actually done under the WMS module. As I mentioned, warehouse management module, warehouse management system module WMS is advanced than inventory. Okay, so we do this packing part under WMS, not under inventory. In case if your client is using that, then packing is done over there. And not only that, so this is what Oracle generated. This is what Oracle generated. If you want, you can also generate additional documents also using a configuration. Like you want to print, along with this shipment, you want to carry your export licenses certificate. Export license certificate, if you want to carry, okay, if it is required. So such type of documents also we can automatically, call and then we can print it from here. You can actually print this document directly. You can use the printer. You see here, print option is there. You can directly print from here. And most importantly, this is a program. This program is very, very important. Manage shipment interface. It is equivalent to the ITS in EBS. What is meant by ITS in EBS?
Interface tip stop.
Yeah, interface tip stop. Interface tip stop, right?
Yes.
So this is also, the purpose is also same here. It does two things. It does two things. One is inventory deduction. Your on hand should be deducted, right? After shipping the sales order. And the information has to be sent to the receivable model for the invoice generation. It does two interfaces, inventory interface and AR interface. Inventory interface is nothing but it will reduce inventory on hand and it will push the data to the receivable module. Receivable table. What is the table that is going to take? What is the table name in EBS? What's the table name in EBS? Interface table.
Where interface, Krishna?
Hmm?
Which interface that you are asking?
What is the interface table of this?
No, generally we do that
Auto invoice.
MTL interface one, right?
Bill of
Transaction interface that will start.
Bill of lading. And fax slip report. And what is the other program that I just mentioned about? Main is very, very important entry question. Main is shipment interface. What it does? Inventory interface. And what it does? AR interface. Okay. This is technical answer, but in a layman language, it's going to reduce the on hand from the inventory and it will push the data to the receivable module. So right now the data is under order management and inventory. So this has to be, that information has to be pushed to the receivable module. So the table name is RA interface line. So this is the table name. Now after completion of this program, the data is going to be pushed to this table. This table. And when you run auto invoice program, we run this program for the invoice generation. We run this program for the invoice generation. This program is going to pick up the data from here and it will create an invoice. Understood? Understood, team?
Yes, Krishna.
It will create invoice. This program is, this data is the input for this program, and this program, it will pick up the data from here and it will create invoice. Okay. Now, as I mentioned, not only these programs, in case, if you want to call additional programs, as I mentioned as an example, export license certificate also you want to print and you want to carry, that is possible from a configuration. That configuration I'll explain in the coming classes. Okay. Now, what is our order status now? Anyway, header status is going to be processing only, but line status, is it's been split into two. This is 2.1 and this is 2.2. Why it is split 2? Because
Partial picking.
yeah, partial picking, and this is also back ordered. Back order is nothing but normally, generally, why three quantity we did not pick? Because we don't have a on hand. That's the reason. That's why the back order. Normally, back order status is nothing but when there is no on hand, the sales order goes to the back order status. And but this one shipping is completed directly. It is awaiting billing. This is waiting for the billing. And the final program for today. I'm sorry, I'm extending the session. Just last final program for today is I'll just create invoice and then I'll leave the session and to generate invoice, we have to log into finance user. To generate invoice, we have to log into finance user. fin_impl and I want the password. What is working? Just running the program. Just running the program, it will create invoice automatically. We are not done with the cycle. Tomorrow, entire day also, I'll be explaining about the cycle only because I have to explain a lot of other things also. I'm clicking on schedule new process. The program name is import auto invoice. Import auto invoice is a program. This program, it not only creating the invoice, it will also create a credit memo. Credit memo it will create in case of which order? Return order. What is the business unit? US entity. And transaction source is actually distributor order orchestration. You have to remember this distributor order orchestration. Transaction source. Nothing but order management. Nothing but do distributor order orchestration. And order number 98463. I would like to create invoice for this order number. What I did, I entered the business unit, I entered the transaction source as distributor order orchestration. I entered the order number and then submit. I'm expecting this program is creating the invoice automatically. Now this program is going to pick up the data from the table. Okay, it is successful. Now we'll see the invoice. Success, important invoice, yes. Where to see the invoice from the finance side only? We go to receivables and billing. pin_IMPL, subscription management, order management, user accounting. I see all supply chain stuff. For some reason. There should be a section called receivables. I don't see that section. I don't see that section completely. Maybe the section is hide. Let me search. Yeah, it is completely hidden. All the items under this section is completely unchecked. That's why this section is completely hidden. I enable that section. Now receivables. Yeah, here it is. Receivables and then billing. Receivables and billing. Go to manage transaction. Go to manage transaction and enter the transaction source. What is the transaction source? Distributor order
Distributed order
orchestration.
orchestration.
Reference is our order number. Our order number. Click on search. The same order.
Yes, 98463.
Yes, sir.
That means there is an issue. I don't see invoice got created. Invoice is not created. Yeah. There could be some issue. Yeah. That we can fix it tomorrow. Just checking the log file. Nothing in the log file. Text file, nothing. Log file. There is some issue with this accounting date and transaction date. Some problem is there. We'll fix this tomorrow. Okay. Accounting date for the transaction could not be derived. That is a message that I observed under the log file. Okay, so today we discussed order entry and then order booking and then order acknowledgement, order release, order picking, and order shipping. Okay, so we discussed it till shipping. Invoice, we have an issue. So tomorrow we'll see this part. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
Sir, Arun here. I am from 62nd batch.
All right.
I have some doubts or some issues with setups for order management.
Okay.
I took help of Malti. She's from, I think, 61st batch.
Yes.
So also she also has the same issue.
Okay.
When we run our this sales order cycle without putting the warehouse and we submit it, sourcing rule should triggered there. I have
Correct.
enabled that sourcing rule, but it is not triggered even after releasing the sales order, creating the sales order.
Hmm.
Should I share my password with you so that you can check.
Yeah, basically, profile option also you have to validate. Profile option also. Yeah. Others you can leave, okay? He has some practice doubts. I'll help him. Others, I'm done with the session. You can leave. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Team. Arun, what is the instance that you are using?
46.
46. Huh? Okay. Yeah, give me your login.
Thank you, sir. Sure.
This is the implementation user. Robin.
Okay, implementation user not required. I want business user. Implementation user, I can use my user also, right?
Yeah. This one. We checked yesterday profile option also, and also there is one option also missing. When we can once we submit the sales order,
Increase
we
your
can.
volume, system volume. Can you please check and increase your system volume?
Don't know, sir. There is some issue with my mic. That's the reason
Okay.
probably.
Password, sir. You have given username only. What about password?
Business user is the user ID and rules are the password.
Okay. So business user hyphen, I thought. Order number.
Latest wait. I created so many. Yeah, it's a 448 ending with 448.
98448. Huh?
Yeah.
You have given warehouse here.
Yeah, but I think there are some orders. I don't remember the order number, but there are where I had put that I didn't put warehouse and.
Before you're asking a question, you should be ready with the data, right, Arun?
Yes, sir. Actually, I kept it somewhere and I just log
Okay,
in.
tomorrow we'll see them. Thank you.
Yeah.
Order management. And yesterday, we completed with yesterday we finished with what? Order creation and order booking and releasing the sales order, picking the sales order, shipping the sales order. Okay. And we ran auto generate invoice program also. But invoice did not create it. Invoice did not create it, right?
Right.
So the problem is the periods. The GL period need to be opened. We need to open the GL period. I opened the GL period and the invoice got successfully created. Let me share my screen. Right now, in this browser, I logged as a fin_IMPL user. Fin_IMPL user. What I did, I'll show you. I have opened the ledger periods. How to open the ledger periods? I am navigating to this general ledger. I'm navigating to where we are. Again, I think general ledger is not showing up here. Let me add a general ledger. Yeah. I'm clicking on general accounting. General accounting, under that click on period close. General accounting, click on period close. Here we have to open, yeah, you can see here currently. Currently we are in which period? 01 is nothing but January 25, and then general ledger period is open here. Okay, this is the issue. So how I open general ledger period? You have to go to manage accounting periods. Give me a moment. From the task list, or else, you can directly click on this. You can directly click on that hyperlink. What I'm doing, I'm directly clicking on that hyperlink. And from here, our accounting period, current accounting period is this one. Currently it is open. Suppose in case if you wanted to open next accounting period, so see how I'll open. This is the next accounting period, right? It is also open actually. Let me see March. March is, I think, it's not open. Okay, I can open the March. How to open? Just simply go to actions and open target period. Open, go to actions and open period. Go to actions and open period. Now this will open March period also. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And now if you want to see receivables, it's a console basically where you can see all the periods of the application. In supply chain management, you don't have periods in purchasing and inventory. In case of Oracle EBS, we have inventory periods, we have purchasing periods, right? But in Fusion, only periods are under costing. No periods in inventory or purchasing or order management. There are no periods. Only supply chain side, only costing side periods are there. Right now, if you observe, for January, receivable period is open. Everything is open actually. Okay. But what is our prerequisite for the invoice creation to open? General ledger and a receivable period to be opened. Receivable period also. Right now, receivable period also got opened. Okay. If not, same process. Same process. Here it is open. If not, same process. Go to actions and open the period. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, after opening the period, you have to run that program, that import auto invoice program. And I ran already yesterday. And the invoice got created successfully. Okay, now let us see that invoice from the receivables. Okay, I'm clicking on the receivables section. I'm clicking on the receivable section and I'm clicking on the billing part. I'm clicking on the billing part. Okay, so here from the task list, click on manage transactions. Enter the transaction source as distributed order orchestration. Transaction source as, enter the reference number 98463, right? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now you can see the invoice is going to display over here. This is the invoice number. Transaction number is nothing but invoice number. Okay. So here, if I open the invoice, you can also download this invoice into image also. So if you click on view image, you can download into PDF copy, and that PDF copy you can send to your customer. You can send to your customer that downloaded invoice copy. This will be done by financial consultant. They will send this invoice copy to the customer. Okay. So there is an option here to download. Okay, I'm downloading this copy. Okay, but this is what it is. If you let me open the invoice. Yeah. This is company logo, and bill to is nothing but customer bill to location and customer ship to location. This is customer purchase order number. For us, it's a sales order. This is a customer purchase order number. And we shipped on January 23rd and we invoiced also on January 23rd. Total line amount is this one. This is the tax amount. Okay. And this is the total amount that required to be paid. And in fact, we have given the discount also. As I mentioned, so this is the line price, 2 quantity, $100. Basically, how much discount we have given team? 5% discount we have given. If you remember, manually we applied discount, right? Manual discount. And what is the reason that we selected? Sales negotiation. As I mentioned, the reason that you are selecting at the time of applying a discount, that reason is going to be printed on the invoice. So whether it's Independence Day sale or Black Friday sale or a New Year sale, okay, that's why make sure we have to enter appropriate discount reason here, okay, and then minus by discount, totally 190 need to be paid, okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so you can just in the application, this is how your invoice looks. The line number 1 is nothing but original line amount, and then line number 2 is nothing but the discount line that we applied, the discount line. Okay. So next thing is to receive the payment from the customer. Okay. To receive the payment from the customer, we have to navigate to the receivables. So I'm navigating to receivables and click on account receivables. So basically customer will be making the payment to us based on the payment term. Suppose if I have given 60 days time or 30 days time, net 30 or net 60, accordingly customer will make the payment to us. The customer can make the payment in any method. It could be a check or it could be, electronic transfer. Okay. So we have to receive the payment from the customer or maybe through a credit card also. Okay. If it is a credit card, at the time of customer creation itself, we can add the credit card details also. At the time of customer creation itself, we can add the credit card details of that customer. I am clicking on create receipt. I'm clicking on create receipt, and here, what is a business unit? US business unit. US entity, and currency automatically defaulted, and receipt amount. I'm entering $190 receipt amount, $190 that I received from the customer. And receipt method, how you received the payment. I received through check. I'm entering check. So these receipt methods is a configuration under receivable module. It's a configuration under receivable module, this receipt method. Okay. And receipt number, this is user defined numbering. So that means you can enter your own number. I'm entering 3241. And remittance bank, okay, we deposited this check into our bank account. This is our bank account. This is our account number, Bank of America. The branch is in New York, and this is the account number. Deposit date is today date. Okay, and we need to match this receipt with the invoice, right? So this is where we can match. Click on add open receivables, and here you can match with you can search with the invoice number, or you can search with the sales order number also. I don't remember the invoice number. That's why I'm searching based on the sales order number. So I'm matching this receipt with this invoice, particular invoice matching. So this particular receipt, okay, so this $190 is belongs to this particular invoice. Okay, so I think invoice amount is, I think, $207. So let me, create this receipt also for the $207. Clear, team?
Yes, Krishna.
Okay. And submit. Very simple. The receipt creation, very simple. Just submit it. Okay. And now after we created invoice and we received the payment, basically the reconciliation should happen. So if you received a payment, bank statement will be generated, right? Bank statement. Give me a second, team. Yeah. So bank statement lines we need to upload. We need to upload the bank statement lines, and those bank statement lines need to be matched with the receipt number. For auditing purpose, for reconciliation purpose, when you're submitting your bank statement to your auditor, every bank statement line should have a reason. Okay, suppose $100 deposited into your account. That $100 belongs to which invoice? Which invoice? That reconciliation should happen. Okay, so you have to reconcile and you have to give it to your auditor. So that reconciliation happened from the cash management module. Cash management. Okay. So again, that cash management model, I think it's not enabled. Let me enable it. Okay, I'm enabling these two check boxes so that the cash management section get enabled, displayed. Okay, save it. Cash management is to reconcile the bank statement. Okay, so now I'll click on cash management, and from here you can see here bank statement and reconciliation. If you go here, we have to upload our bank statements. We have to upload our bank statements, and then those bank statements, you have to see here, create a bank statement or import a bank statement and you have to reconciliation. You have to reconcile. The system is going to automatically reconcile, or maybe you can manually reconcile the bank transaction line with the invoice. Okay. Okay, team. So cash management, this step I'm not executing, I'm not explaining, but this is what happens in the cash management model. I hope theoretically you are good. That is enough, basic understanding knowledge is enough for a
Yes, sir.
consultant. Okay. So here we upload the bank statements. Those bank statement lines are going to be reconciled with the invoice numbers. Now, the invoice entries and receipt entries has to be posted to the ledger. How it is posted to the ledger? We have to open the invoice and the payment, and we need to post it to the ledger. I'm going to the billing again. I'm navigating to the invoicing page where I created the invoice. Okay, so I'm navigating to manage transactions and select the transaction source as distributor order orchestration and 98463 and this particular invoice, I'm opening the invoice, and from the actions I'm gonna post it to the ledger. You can post it to the ledger. From the actions, click on post it to the ledger. Okay, I'm clicking on that. So this invoicing transaction, we are posting to the ledger. So the accounting has been completed, and you can see the accounting details also. You can view the accounting details also, receivable account, and out of this invoice, what is the tax? Tax is $17. This is a tax account. Okay, so there is a rounding account also. Suppose, we can round, in some cases, we can round it and we can make it $18, or we can make it $17 also. That rounding figure it'll come here, and this is rounding account. This is tax account. Okay, this is receivable account. So whatever the amount that you see, the outstanding amount in receivable account is nothing but that you need to receive from your customers. Yeah, account receivable. That is the outstanding payment that you have to receive from your customers. Okay, these are the accounts that is automatically generated from which configuration SLE. As part of the SLE setup, what is the taxation account that we need to configure? what is the receivable account that we need to configure. Accordingly, application is generating these accounts. Okay. If I click on view balancing details, okay. Now I would like to post the receipt also to the ledger. Okay, I'll go to the place where I created the receipt. So from the receivables itself, I'm navigating to account receivables. And main is receipts. And do you remember receipt number 43 something I entered?
I think 2341.
This is different because our entered amount is
3241. To check either of these two.
could be 3241.
Yes, sir. Receipt number is 324.
Yeah. Okay. So this one also you can post it to the ledger. So see here, go to actions and you can post it to the ledger. This one also. This receipt also you can post it to the ledger. You can go to actions and you can post to the ledger and you can view the accounting from here. We have applied this to our sales order, right? But, let me click on add, click on done. Save. Now I would like to reopen this again because just wanted to cross check whether our matching. Earlier also I matched, but yeah, okay. I'm able to see now. Okay, the matching is done now. Now go to actions and post to the ledger. View accounting. Okay, so when you receive, your cash account, your cash account get debited. So receivable account get credited. Receivable account. As of now, this $207 is under receivable account, which got minused. Credit is nothing but what goes out. This $200 is going out of receivable account and it is getting deposited to cash account. Debit is what comes in. As per the accounting standards, debit is what comes in, credit is what goes out. This $207 is going out of the receivable account, and then it is getting deposited, debited into the cash account. Okay. Now we can from the general ledger side, we can verify these transactions from the general ledger. So we post it to our ledger book. Navigating to general accounting and click on journals. Click on journals and click on manage journals. And what is the period? Period is January period. And transaction sources, you can select the transaction source here. I'm selecting receivables as the transaction source, and then category. I think there should be something category called yeah, sales invoices. Sales order is also there. Batch status we already posted, and hit the search button. Hit the search button. Now you can see for $207. Okay, there is an entry, right? There is an entry for $207. Okay, and it got posted to the ledger. This is the journal entry. This is the journal entry. Okay, so totally you can see $17 as the tax. Okay, and then original price is $190. Understood, team?
Discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is nothing but posting to the ledger till the last step. This is anyway, it's all financials, but just to have a understanding on the financials area. Being a supply chain consultant, we don't see this screen at all in real time, but just for our understanding, this is what happens when you post any transaction to the ledger. This is how you can see the journal entry form. Okay. Again is the invoice. Again is the invoice. You can also, see the payment as well. Again is the invoice. Suppose if I go to receivables and if I go back to billing again, and I'm clicking on manage transactions, and I'm searching for the invoice, selecting the distributor order orchestration and reference as 98463. This is our invoice, right? And if I open the invoice and if I click on show more, and if I click on payments, here we should be able to see the receipt number also. We should be able to see the receipt number also. So we have given 30 days time to the customer. So remaining 29 days left. That's what it's showing. Because I created this invoice yesterday itself. 1 day passed. That's why remaining 29 days for the customer to make the payment. But review adjustments. This is accounts. View accounting, view balance details. I could see here the receipt got applied and it is showing balance as 0. Correct, team? Huh?
Yes.
Balance is 0, but I wanted to see that receipt number. Somewhere I'm missing. Receipt number I'm unable to. View transaction activities. Yeah, here is it. Right? 3241. This is our receipt, correct? Right, team?
Yes.
We applied it, yeah. So this is where, okay, go to actions and view transaction activities. So all the installment payments you can see here, but we received payment from the customer in single installment. Okay, so this is about order to cash cycle. And we have something called quote to cash also, right? We have something called quote to cash also. Quote to cash cycle. What is auto cash cycle? Auto cash cycle, it starts from the sales order to till posting to the ledger. Okay, till ledger posting. But what about this quote? First we send a quote. We send a quote to the customer. Okay, and if the customer accepted the quote, then we convert that quote into sales order. Convert quote into sales order, and then rest of the things are followed. So this quotation, this happens under in Oracle Fusion. The quotation creation happens under a separate module called CPQ. CPQ. What is CPQ stands for? Configure, price, quote. CPQ stands for configure, price, and quote. Okay. Configure, price, quote. Unfortunately, you have to buy the license. You have to buy the license. Even though you have license for order management, you have to buy license for CPQ. Okay. Suppose if you are having more volume of creation of the quotations, then better to buy. Otherwise, better not to buy the CPQ module license. Okay. That's it about auto cash cycle and quote to cycle. I'm not covering the CPQ module. It's not in our course scope. I'm not covering the CPQ. It's in fact I worked on very little time for the CPQ module. Even I'm not expert in CPQ. Okay, team. So with this cycle, I'll be starting with the order management module. First, I will configure all the setups, and on top of all the setups, again we'll see this cycle. Okay. Thank you.